Good morning to everyone. So on behalf of Department of Computer Applications PG, once again, I welcome you all. Yes, myself Shanti, Assistant Professor and Head Department of MCA. And for this semester, I am going to handle the core course data structures and the respective core practical data structures using C++. See, most of you from computer science discipline, so only few are from non-computer science disciplines. So this paper, so in the first two units, are having the base data structures. Then later we step into discuss some advanced data structures. So before we start data structure, see most of you are from computer science discipline, so you have an idea about that paper data structure. Does anyone explain what is data structure? Anyone? What is a data? What is a data? And why this course is named as data structure? Do you know? Anyone? Answer me. Data structure. Priyanka. Yes. Priyanka.
Ma'am, good morning, ma'am.
Yes. Good morning. What is data?
Data structure.
First you define what is the data. What is data? What is data? Is anyone? Raja Meenakshi?
Data
Yes.
is a part, any information in the memory
Data is information. Uh,
and the data structure is the structure of the data stored in the memory.
so you are defining data is an information. You are
Yes,
saying
ma'am.
data is an information, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Is the data is both, which means the data and information are same according your point. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you are saying either data or you maybe call it as an information, isn't it? Right, Raja Meenakshi?
Yes, ma'am.
Eh,
Yes, ma'am.
but it is not true, right?
Okay.
Data
Okay.
data is different from information. Data is different from information. See, for
Okay.
example, see, we are having that difference. See, before that, let us start with the meaning of data, the definition of a data. Okay, the term data means a value. Data means a value or else a set of values. For example, let us simply note 10, right? Note a number 10, right? Yes, all of you take down the notes, then only you may understand, right? 10. So when you write simply 10 or when you write simply 20, right? Otherwise you write out 20, 20. Yes, in a plain paper, you are having a number 20 without any label. Without any label. This particular 20 is referring which one? This 20, or in plain paper you are writing a number 20, that's all. Before 20, after 20, top, bottom, no words associated with that number 20, right? Means, what is it, this 20? What is this 20? Raja Meenakshi saying that is an information. Is an information, right? 20, 20, simply written 20, right? This 20 is a
Excuse me,
wrong.
ma'am.
Yes, student.
Ma'am, my system's disconnected, ma'am. Now I will answer, ma'am.
Yes.
Data structure is the collections of data, ma'am.
Collection of data.
Yes, ma'am.
Which means, what is an array? Can you give an example for a collection of values, collection of data? We're saying data structure is a collection of data, isn't it?
Data values, ma'am.
Data values.
Yes, ma'am.
Means, what is a set? Can you define set? What is a set? What is a set? Set is what? It's a set of values.
Yes, ma'am. That
Set of
values relationship between the data and functions.
Okay, we will discuss
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
in clear, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Data. So now we are starting with the definition of data.
Yes, ma'am.
So yes, all of you, please note. See, you are the PG students. Okay, it's not an UG. You are a PG students. You step into a higher level education. So when you study or discuss, okay, listen, so you must clearly understand the lecture. Yes, you must clearly understand the presentation. So then only it will be useful for you when you go for any higher level examinations, right? So from the beginning of the semester itself, you must clearly understand each and every point, each and every topic of your core papers practicals. Yes. So now we are starting with the paper is data structure. So you must clear with that data structure. What is it? Why we study data structure in the computer science discipline? What is the need of this particular paper data structure? So data. See, we are all clear with that data. Every day we are using that spelling, telling that data. Means that data is a raw fact. Data is a raw fact, right? See, in your mobile you are having a data. You are telling what my data is over. Yes, my today's net data is over. See, what is that net data? In that place, data you are having a number. What is it? 1.5. Yes, 1.5 GB, 1.5. Otherwise, you simply consider 1.5. So the network card data in terms of GB is 1.5. Don't simply you see that number 1.5, or simply you see that number 20, right? So without associating a name or sentence with that number, okay, when you associate your net card daily data, yes, in GB, yes, with 1.5 means now this 1.5 is a meaningful one, isn't it? When you simply write without any word, sentence, name, okay, the number 1.5 is a meaningless. In a plain paper, you are having a number 1.5. In a plain paper, you are having a number is 20. This 1.5, this 20 is what is a data, is a raw fact, is a raw fact. அது எதையோ குறிக்குது. That's all. Is a raw fact. See, when you associate with the sentence, when you associate something with that, or when you process that 1.5, that 20, now that raw fact 1.5, the raw fact 20 has a meaning. Okay, so when you use it, this 1.5 for your net card data means it has a meaning. The net card daily data usage is 1.5 GB, right? Or when you associate this 20, my age is 20, means now this 20 has a meaning. My age is 20. My age is 20. So when you associate, which means when you process that number 1.5, or when you process that number 20, that data 1.5, that data 20 becomes an information. Okay, so you must understand the difference between, yes. So when you you must understand what is data and what is an information. So these two things are different. Data is different from information. When you simply write a number 20, means it is a raw fact. But when you process that 20, okay, it becomes an information. My age is 20. You are processing that 20, or for an age. For an age means now that 20 has a meaning. Otherwise, that 20 has no meaning. So, Raja Meenakshi, are you clear with that data and an information?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, data, information, right? Data. See, real world problems, we are computerizing, we are finding the solutions. Okay, in terms of what? By iterating your solutions with the trial and error. In the trial and error, automatically we are passing data. We are passing data to that solutions. So when you pass on the data to a system for reporting the result, so the data ought to be represented in a proper way. The data ought to be represented in a proper way. So the representation of the data is not uniform for all the applications. The representation of data is different from one applications to another applications. Okay, so depending upon that applications, we are structuring the data, we are representing that data. Okay, see, for that, here there are data structures. Okay, data structures. So the way we are going to represent the data, so for finding the solution of the real world problems in terms of using data structure, in terms of using data structures. So now I think you are clear with the title of the paper, data structure. So whenever we want to design a system for any applications, okay, we are solving it by, or we are testing your solutions in terms of using data sets. Means you have to properly pass on, you have to properly represent the data. Okay, so for that there is a data structures, and there are so many data structures. we are going to discuss the various data structures one by one. Okay, so data structures. Data is a raw fact. Data structures means to represent a data. Okay, yes. See, in the introduction chapters, we are having explanations about, we are going to study some basic terminology needed for a data structures. Yes, the various terms we are going to use in that particular subject. Okay, so the basic terminology and concepts are discussed in the first chapter, introduction. Yes, the basic terminology starts with the once again data. Yes, now you are clear. This data means a value, a simple value, 20. And sometimes we want to pass on collection of values, set of values, set of values. Someone said the data structure is a set of values. யார்மா சொன்னது? Someone. Data structure means a collection of values. Who told? Set of values, collection of values.
Myself, ma'am. Priyanka.
Priyanka. Yes. Yes. Now I think you are clear. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes,
Data structure is a different. Is not a set of values. Data structure is not a set of values.
Okay,
Is a set. Is a data. Is a data. So when you are writing 10 means is a data. Sometimes you may pass on values, set of values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, right? Is also a data. Okay, so data means a value or a set of values. See, for example, here I have noted values. Raghavi. Yes, 12, 12, 20, 2000. Female student. So when you see this Raghavi, okay, Raghavi means it is a data. 12, 12, 2000 is a data. Female is a data. Student is a data. So when you collect all, we want all this, you want to pass on all this data for a particular applications. See, for example, enter the details of a student. For the student, so you are giving the data, name of the student, date of birth of the student, sex of the student, then the category of the student. Yes, for example, Raghavi, the name of the student is Raghavi, date of birth 12/12/2000. For the sex, you are giving female. Then for the category, the student is a UG student or PG student. Yes. See, for some type, for some applications, suppose you are having an exercise to compute age of the student, to compute the age of the student. See, for that you want only a simple data, that is date of birth, right? So for one applications, you are asking the user to give the details about the name of the student, date of birth, sex of the student, category of the student. So for that you are giving set of values. So for in some applications, for example, age calculation application, in the age calculation applications, we want only one input, that is data, birth, means 12/12/2000. It is simple value. So data means a value or a set of values. So depending upon the applications, either you pass on one simple value or set of values. Students, clear? Data? Students? Anyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Data, right. The next one is entity. Again, I am coming to the point of Priyanka. Collection of values. She told collection of values. Okay. So the collection of values, the collection of values where the values, either the values are with the same data type or with the different data types. With the same data types set of values means, for example, you consider 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. This is a collection of values where all the values are with the same data type, that is integer 10. The nature of all the elements is same. 10 is a number, 20 is a number, 30, 40 and 50. Yes, all are number. Same category, set of values, right? Sometimes we want to pass on input set of values with the different category. With a different category. See, for example, you consider the student. We want to input the details about the student. The details about the student is not same. Okay, so we want to give the details, name of the student, date of birth of the student, sex of the student, and designation. Designation, because here you consider you are treating you as one attribute, one entity, okay, one object inside our college. Yes, so we are going to, you consider we are going to design an application for our college or for an organization or for any organization you consider. See, for example, you consider a college organization, our college organization. Inside our college, there are so many different kinds of objects. Student is an one object, teacher is an one object, non-teaching is an one object, administrative peoples is an one object. Okay, there are so many different objects. So when you want to define that object, means you are defining the object using set of attributes. See, for example, you consider, you don't think over like that. Simply you consider. See, we want to describe a student, an object in the college. We want to describe an object, student in an organization. So the you are describing that student object using the attributes. Okay, name of the student, date of birth of the student, sex of the student, and the designation. Because why we are saying here is a designation means we are going to use the same set of attributes for another object, teacher. So for the teacher also we are getting name of the teacher, date of birth of the teacher, sex of the teacher, and the designation. So automatically in the designation column, depending upon the object is we are filling the designation student or teacher, etc. Everything, right? So when you are, so now this name, that nature is different from date of birth. So when you describe the name is what? How do you describe name? It is a collection of characters. We want to give value for that name. So when you give value for that name, which is a string, collection of characters. Date of birth, yes, the date of birth, that nature is now different from name. It is not associated with the characters. It has a format, date format. Yes, day, month, and year format. So that nature is different from name. Similarly, sex. See, for the sex, here I have given female. Sometime for the sex, there may be a single character. A single character, either with the F or with the M. F means which denotes female, M means which denotes male. Then in the designation, again the column is a string, collection of characters, right? So when you compare these attributes, name, date of birth, sex, and designation. So which means, so when you want to describe an object using attributes which are different, name different from date of birth, different from sex, different from designations, isn't it? So when you use collection of values, sometimes the collection of values, all the values inside that collections are of same nature, means it is an array. Later we will discuss how to handle. Yes, see, for an application, sometimes we want to handle collection of values, all are of with the same type. Sometimes we want to organize your data, okay, the collections with the different data types, with the different natures, See, when with the different natures, we want to organize a set of values, means, so now it is called as an object, otherwise is named as an, called as an entity. Okay, so an entity is a collection of attributes which may be assigned with the values. See, for example, here you consider student. We are describing the student entity with a set of attributes, name, date of birth, sex, designation. And for the attribute, yes, now we are assigning values. Name is Raghavi, date of birth is 12/12/2000, sex female, and designation that place. Here that entity is student, so we are giving that the designation is student. So for the clarity, yes, you may assign this student as an UG student or else as a PG student, right? So the next term can be introduced is an entity. So data means a value, a single value or set of values. The second term, entity refers to collection of attributes. For example, student is an entity. The entity is described by a collection of attributes, name, date of birth, sex, and designation. And at any cost, these attributes may be assigned with the values. For the name Raghavi, date of birth 12/12/2000, sex female, and designation student. Students, are you clear? Data entity.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. So the next one. Yes. In the basic terminology of data structure is domain. Yes, the domain refers to set of possible values. Okay, you come back to this. For the simplicity, you consider the attribute sex. So at any cost, see, for the sex attribute, so you are giving the value either female or male, which means the possible values for the sex. The possible values means at most what are the value for the sex? So only female or male. So each attribute in an entity has a range of values. For example, this sex attribute has a range of value. The range of the value is male, female, right? Male, female. So that range of values, the possible values, or else called as the possible values of an attribute, is called as domain. Yes, in the basic terminology, now we are introducing domain. Domain refers to set of possible values. Okay, set of possible values. So inside an entity, every attribute is associated with that. A range of values is called as a domain. See, for example, you consider the attribute sex in the entity student has a range of value male, comma, female. Now this range of values male, comma, female is called domain of the attribute sex for the student entity. Yes, students, are you clear? Similarly, you may specify the range of values for the date of birth. Okay, day, month, and year. Day, month, and year. See, for the day and month, you may fix. You see, for the date and month, there is a set of values. There is a range of possible values. There is a range of possible values. So in the day, yes, definitely belongs to in the range of what 1 to 31, 31. In the month, the range is what at most you may assign the month within that range of what 1 to 12. Similarly, for the year also. So depending upon the applications, you may assign the range for the year. Suppose if you want to opening an account in an SBI bank where there is a minimum age for opening an account. Otherwise, when you want to open an account in a social network, see where they fix a minimum age for opening an account means automatically they fixed a range of years. Okay, so depending upon the current year, they are assigning a range. Okay, so minimum 18 years means so now the current years is 2020 means is automatically subtracting minus 18. So those who bought on or after, yes, on or before, yes, on or before that particular year, minus 18, 2020 minus 18 means definitely that person is with the age of 18 or more, 18 or more, right? So we are assigning, yes, every attribute inside an entity has a set of values, a range of values. That the range of value is the possible value for the attribute. For the month, the possible value is what? 1 to 12. The possible value is 1 to 12. So beyond that to 12, we can't able to specify that month, 13, 14. Yes, we are having only the allowed months is only 12 months. Okay, from 1 to 12. So that is the range, that is the possible values for the month of a date. Okay, so is called as domain, is called as a domain, right? The next, the term is information. Okay, already we explained data, information, and once again I am repeating that same one. Information. That information is what is defined as a meaningful data. Already I told, when you write simply 20, that raw fact 20 means it's a data. It is simply a data, a raw fact. But when you process, when you associate that 20 with the age, 20 with a day means has a meaning. Today's day is, yes, 25th day of August. Yes, means that 25 has a meaning. So when you associate that same 25 with an age means age is 25. Age is 25. So when you assign a meaning to a data means it is an information. So that meaning to the data or else that processed data. So because we are the computer professionals, okay, so we are getting the information from the raw fact data, yes, with after you process. Okay, see for example, in a plain screen, suppose if it is simply print of printf of 20. Printf of 20 is simply showing 20 means it is a raw fact. But when you print age is 20 means you are processing, you are treating, you are associating. Okay, so processed data or meaningful data is called as an information. So for example, again you note down 12/12/2000. Simply you are displaying 12/12/2000 means it is a date, that's all. It is a date. But when you associate this 12/12/2000 with some student, means that 12/12/2000 has a meaning, the date of birth. So when you associate, when you assign this data to the date of birth, means it has a meaning, date of birth of the student. Similarly, 20, it is simply a data. So when you associate, when you process this 20, when you assign meaning to this 20, it becomes an information, age of the student. Yes, are you clear? Data, information. Okay, see from this you are very clear, right? Data, yes, when you apply some kind of process over the data, the processed data is called as an information. So how to process the data means by using a kind of procedure. See, for example, the place of data you consider 12/12/2000. The place of data, you are passing the data 12/12/2000, right? Here in the place of procedure, we are having age calculation. We are having age calculation procedure. In the place circle, you consider the procedure is age calculation. See, when you pass on this 12/12/2000 to the procedure age calculation, now you are processing that data 12/12/2000. That processes age calculations is automatically is finding the difference between the current date and 12/12/2000, and it is reporting that result. That result is what? The age. Yes, the ages. The age is the information. So processed data is called as an information. Processed data is called as an information, right? And when you here you simply consider the procedure is what? Age calculation. Means you are getting only one information. What is in? It is an age. It is an age of the student in that information. Okay, so depending upon the number of procedures, if you wish, you may apply more than one procedures to the same date, and you may obtain. Yes, here the procedure is simply age calculation, is finding the difference. Suppose the procedure is to find the number of days, which means age in terms of number of days. Yes, age in terms of number of days. Are you clear what I am saying, students? 20, you are saying 20 in terms of years. Instead of years, let us say your age in terms of days. In terms of days means 20 years, for every year 365 days means 20 into 365 is equal to that much number of days. That much number of days, right? Sometimes the procedure is to find the number of weeks. The number of weeks means, so you have to say for an year how many weeks. So you multiply that with the 20, means the result is your age in number of weeks, your age in years, your age in terms of days, number of days. So depending upon the procedures in the place, you are processing the data. When you apply more than one procedures over that data, means you are getting more than one information. Here, let us you consider we are having three procedures. Compute the age in terms of number of days, compute the age in terms of number of weeks, compute the days in terms of number of months, compute the days in number of years. Means here you are having four informations: age in terms of days, age in terms of months, age in terms of weeks, age in terms of years. Okay, so you may obtain more than one information from the data also. Yes? Yes, students, are you clear what I am saying? Say, anyone explain data, procedure to process and information. Yes. Anyone? Data, procedure to process the data, and what is an information? So are you clear with the difference between data and an information? No one? Okay. So the next class I will ask. Okay. The next one. Data, information, entity, next domain. So in this, again in the terminology, basic terminology, next we are introducing the term data type. Data type, right? See, for the entity student, we have listed 4 attributes: name, date of birth, and the third one is, what is
Sex.
it? Third one?
X.
Age. Third one, age. Then fourth one is designation, right? When you assign values, name, already I told it is a characters. It is a collection of characters. Name you are writing by using characters. Age for writing in terms of numbers. For date of birth, you're having a format. Yes, day, month, and year. Yes. For the last one, designation, again a string using set of characters. Okay, so when you assign values to the attributes, so at any time, so that values has a type. Okay, that value as a type is a number, is a character. So depending upon the value you are assigning to that attribute. So in general, data type refers to the kind of data. Data type refers to the kind of data. What is the kind of data? The kind of data is a number, or else the kind of data is a character, or else the kind of data is a set of characters. So depending upon, yes, when you assign value to the attribute, the value is not common. The value is not, the type of the value is not common. The nature of the values are not common. It depends. Okay, so in order to assign, in order to refer or handle data with the different natures, here is a data type. Okay, so data type. So from the term itself, you can understand. Data, you know, it is a value. Next, you are saying type. What is the type of the data? What is the kind of the data? The kind of the data is a number, or else the kind of the data is a character, or else it is a string, or else it is a date, right? So data type refers to the kind of data. Yes, the well-known data types. Yes, with the example you may list. See, name is a string. You are saying name is what? It is a string. The string is a string refers to collection of characters. Next, you are having what is it? The date of birth. See, for the date of birth, there is a data type is date. Has a day, month, year formats. Next, you are having age. That age is a numeric. That age is a numeric, or else is an integer. Integer. The next one you are having, again you are having designation column where you are giving again a string. Okay, so in the place of sex, you may, instead of you are giving female, so sometimes you may assign a single letter F or M, means it is a character data type. It is not a string. Yes, so the well-known data types, numeric. Yes, then so for applications, sometimes you are giving what, or telling your net card data is what, it is 1.5, means it is not an integer, it is a real. Okay, so 1.5. Sometimes boolean, that boolean data types refers to true or false, Then alphanumeric, which is a combination of alphabets and numeric. Character, string, date. Next, array of integers. So later we will discuss. Then image, graphics. So we want to handle an applications using an attribute is, see for example, student details. We note an entity is what, student. You are giving the details, what, name of the student, date of birth, age, and what is it, designation. In addition, you are having one more attribute is it is photo. So in the photo place, how do you assign the photo? We want to assign value to that attribute photo. The data type of that attribute photo is definitely an image. Yes, you are pasting an image in that place, or assigning the value for the photo is an image. So there is an image data type. Okay, so graphics. So likewise, there are data types. Okay, and these collection of the data types are different from one programming language to another programming language. So here we discuss in general. Yes. Okay, so these are the data types. So in that line, the next one is built-in data types. Built-in data types. So so you are all using mobile. You are all familiar with the mobile apps, etc. Everything, whatever the thing inside, yes, you are well, right? Built-in applications. Built-in application, user-defined applications. So with respect to your mobile, anyone say built-in application, user-defined application, built-in application, built-in apps, built-in app. Yes, anyone? Built-in means, so when you purchase mobile, some of the applications are already built-in or are already available inside that mobile. In addition, if you want, you may install, you may load. Yes, built-in. Now you are clear with the term built-in. Okay, so here we are saying what it is, a built-in data types means that those data types are already built inside that language itself. So they are labeled as built-in data types. So every programming language has a set of built-in data types. See, for example, in the C languages, you are having the data types like char, double, int, right, string, etc., enumerated, etc., built-in data types. So in addition, if you wish, you may define data types inside the language, programming language. So those data types are called as user-defined data types. Okay, user-defined data types. Okay, students. So with this, now I wind up my session.